Today on Queensland Weekender, Kimberly and I set sail
Well, with the wind in our sails, we bid adieu to the beautiful Hamilton Island.
to explore a stunning sea trail
That's where we started. It doesn't look that fun.
that showcases the history, culture and natural beauty of the Whitsundays.
Don't believe me, it makes me very happy. Hello again, welcome to Queensland Weekender for another Saturday. Great to have your company. On today's show, I'll be brushing up on my sailing jargon as my intrepid co-host and I depart on a 3-day sailing odyssey around the magnificent Whitsunday Islands. In fact, this boat will be departing this marina at beautiful Hamilton Island at approximately 1000 hours.
Well, I'm so excited, Dan, because this gorgeous boat is our home for the next 3 days as we explore some of the Whitsundays' most beautiful spots on the narrow sea trail.
Yep, plenty to see, lots to do and a bit of walking as well. So let's cast the lines and set sail.
Ahoy, me hearties!
So first up, let's get to know our vessel. She's called Seduction. She's a 14-metre catamaran, courtesy of our good friends at Sunsail.
One of the great things about renting a big catamaran like this is there'll be no arguments about your accommodation. There are 4 massive staterooms and they're all exactly the same. This is the starboard side of the boat, obviously, forward, and we've got a big double bed in here. There's plenty of stowage for all of your clothes and belongings, towels and the like. In here you've got an ensuite with stand-up shower, big enough for a big bloke like me, and toilet. Come up here. We walk up the stairs. This main saloon here would seat probably 15 people. A great place for a game of cards, listen to a bit of music, glass of wine. We've got a massive galley, huge galley, and then out here, all of this.
Sunsail is the only yacht charter company based on Hamilton Island. It's a great location for a stopover, either pre or post sailing adventure. There's accommodation to suit all budgets, including the Reef View Hotel. The views, well, they are jaw-dropping. Along the boardwalk there are shops, bars, nightclubs, yacht club and restaurants including Romano's. It serves up fresh seafood prepared with an Italian flair. Delicious.
As well as some magnificent restaurant and accommodation options that Kim mentioned, this place also has some other essentials, like the imaginatively titled dinghy hire. It's from here that, ironically, you can hire a dinghy. But they also do sea kayaks and jet skis. But it's bait and tackle that I'm after this afternoon. I am not leaving this marina without some of that gear. Let's go and get it. Hey Stu.
How you going, mate?
Kimberly and I were out for 3 nights on one of the Sunsail boats, so just looking for a bit of fishing gear. What do you recommend?
I can give you a rod with some tackle on it, and we've got the bait, of course, behind you.
Yep.
And for you, throw you in some lures.
Beauty. So we'll just troll a lure, I suppose, while we're under sail.
Yep, you can. I can get you some hand lines and some spoons to drag behind the boat if you want to do that as well.
That'd be fantastic. Okay, well, load me up.
I will.
Now, while Dean is picking up the fishing gear, I'm picking up some sailing tips from a young woman who just happens to be passing through. You might know her, Jessica Watson, the youngest person to ever sail around the world unassisted. Well, I'm heading out. I'm terrible. No idea when we're attacking, what... Tell me, some tips.
Look, have fun. When they say tack, duck.
Okay.
Keep your head down low.
I can do that.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Yeah, look, just enjoy it. I'm sure there'll be someone to give you a few tips, tell you what's going on.
Jess tells me I need to be careful. Sailing can be addictive.
It's a challenge and the kind of independence of it. If something goes wrong, it's totally up to you to fix it. Sorry, I don't mean to make that sound scary. But no, I mean it is. It's great fun. What's not to love?
And for everything that you saw along the way, how does the Whitsundays rate?
Pretty good. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better. You know, this is home for me, and you know, I spent a lot of time here when I was younger, and it's always so nice to come back. Like, there isn't many places better around the world.
What a ringing endorsement. With Jess's words still fresh in my mind, I reckon it's time to set sail. Goodbye, Hamilton Island. This is probably the only time that I'd be happy to say goodbye to that beautiful place.
Sunsail offer a wide range of sailboats to suit families, couples and groups. A boat this size can fit up to 12 people. And once the cost is spread out, you'd be surprised at how affordable that is.
There's about 70 islands that make up the Whitsunday National Park Islands. Now, they're all beautiful and they're all unique, so a great way for us to get out there and discover some beautiful spots is by taking the Naro Sea Trail, which follows the ancient steps of the indigenous Naro tribe. The reason they call it a sea trail is because it's actually the link between all of the islands.
The Sea Trail links Whitsunday, Hook, the Mole Islands and Lindeman Island. And you're invited to tackle it any way you like. You can sail it like we're doing it, or even kayak it. We'll show you how to do that a little bit later. All along the Sea Trail, you're welcome to pull up on any of the islands, set up camp and hike the myriad of walking trails offered on each island.
Just pull that clip back, hang on to the rope though. That's it, that's beautiful, thank you.
Off there?
Yep, lock him off.
Well, with the wind in our sails, we bid adieu to the beautiful Hamilton Island. This is Whitsunday Passage and we've got about 15 knots of southeasterly breeze, so we've unfurled the Genoa. We're making our way to the north end of Whitsunday Island, which is the big island, the largest island in the Whitsunday group. It's on our right here, and it's where Kimberly and I will be doing all of our walking for the next 3 days.
So stay with us, there's plenty more after the break.
And this would have to be the Whitsunday's most photographed location. Hill Inlet here with Whitehaven Beach in the background. What a view.
Just stunning.
Beautiful, isn't it? So with the countless number of things to do in Queensland on holidays, I quite often get asked as host of this show, what is my favourite thing? Well, I can honestly say this is one of them, taking a bareboat charter in the Whitsundays. When you combine the luxury of a nice big white catamaran like this with the azure, tranquil waters of the Whitsundays and these magnificent islands, well, life just doesn't get much better.
Kim and I are not alone on this sailing holiday. Sunsail has provided us with our very own skipper, Craig. The option of a skipper charter comes in handy for those who aren't yet confident enough to take the helm. And those who'd rather just focus on the swimming, hiking and simply just chilling out.
So quite often I get, this term thrown at me that I've got the best job in the world, but I'm fast starting to think that maybe you've got it, Craig.
I'll flip you for it.
A skipper also brings with him a wealth of knowledge. Say the best place to moor the boat, the most beautiful spots to snorkel. Ultimately, it's his job to help relax the most stressed out of customers.
And at first they want internet connection and for their phones, they want to have reception. Well, it doesn't happen. And it's just nice to see after 3 days, you'll see them start to chill out a little bit. They won't have shaven, they'll be in the same clothes, no showering, so it's quite interesting to see that change.
They've turned into Jimmy Buffett. They've gone from Gordon Gekko to Jimmy Buffett.
Sailing, yes.
In 3 days.
That's it. And so by the end of the week, they realise how good it's been for them.
Our journey today is taking us up through the narrow passage that separates Whitsunday and Hook Island. From there, we travel down to Tongue Bay.
The bay's calm waters provide the ideal spot to moor the boat. Its shores are also the starting point for our first hike on the Naro Sea Trail.
Thank you very much, Craig. See you soon. Dino, I thought I'd ease us into the walks. This one's taking us to Hill Inlet. It's quite steep at the beginning, but apparently it's just beautiful when we get there.
Fantastic. And we've got the Japanese hiking boots on too.
Yeah. The hike to the lookout is only 630 metres, so allow about 15 minutes. Along the way, take a minute to read the new signs peppered along the track. They were installed to complement the Naro Sea Trail and they offer all sorts of interesting natural and historical information. You must enjoy this. You're a bit of a hiking guru now. Carnarvon Gorge. Where else is it?
Hinchinbrook.
Hinchinbrook, Narrow Sea Trail.
Well, you know, they're all fantastic locations, just, you know, beautiful scenic places in which to go for a stroll, and I guess that dulls the pain, if you know what I mean. Now, a mate of mine showed me this good trick. I don't know whether it's a survival skill for the bush, right? But what you do is...
I'm so nervous.
You get a green ant,
Oh, he's going to attack you.
and you just... See the green bit?
Oh, that sounded horrible.
It tastes fantastic.
You're kidding?
It's like a fruity fizz. So, do you want to capture your own?
No.
It'd take a few to fill you up, but, yeah.
If you had ice cream, it'd be a perfect topping. I think we're nearly there. So you can see these little signs here. The Dreamtime story of the Narrow people is that this was all just a big blue ocean one day. The rainbow serpent came through, laid its eggs. These islands.
What a lovely tale,
Yeah.
hey? And this would have to be the Whitsundays' most photographed location. Hill Inlet here with Whitehaven Beach in the background. What a view.
It's just stunning.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I think I mentioned earlier that on the Narrow Sea Trail you can camp along the islands that we go to, so you could spend the day canoeing and kayaking and then sleep under the stars. Well, I think it's pretty obvious that Dean and I have decided to go with a different option: electricity, a nice warm bed in our own separate cabins, and great food. It's all thanks to Whitsunday Provisioning. It offers a large selection of food packages for anyone venturing out on the Big Blue with Sunsail.
And Kim and I have decided to spoil ourselves with the Platinum Package. It's for those who like the finer things in life. Now don't go anywhere, folks. Our sailing adventure continues after the break. And we might even take a quick peek under the surface too.
So for that, you'll need a snorkel. Well, lucky for us, it comes with the boat.
Well, we slipped our mooring at Tongue Bay this morning and mooched our way up Whitehaven Beach. We've arrived at the very southern end in the lee of the island, so not too much breeze around, and it's time to lose the thongs and whack on the hiking boots, because we're going to walk that way to Chance Bay, about 3.6 kilometres.
The track to Chance Bay begins right next to the campground on Whitehaven Beach. The track is moderate and it leads walkers through some of Whitsunday Island's best forest and woodlands.
And as with the Hike to Hill Inlet Lookout, the tracks are well marked with plenty of informative signage along the way.
Turning into a tree hugger. Wow. Hey, there's our boat.
Look at that. Even on a cloudy day, it's still spectacular, isn't it?
Beautiful.
It's a fascinating tale, Dean, you know, of the Narrow people. Can you just imagine? They have found cutting tools and axes dating back 9,000 years.
Wow.
What a place to live.
On this island, that's quite incredible, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, and they were canoe people, yeah?
Yeah.
So, you know, people have this idea of sort of, you know, the Aborigine as somebody who, you know, walked around the desert with a spear, but these guys travelled in boats.
Well, it makes sense because they had to get from island to island.
Mm.
Unfortunately, the idyllic island lifestyle didn't last for the Narrow people. From the 1880s onwards, they were forcibly removed to make way for growing industries like sheep grazing and timber harvesting.
Today, their legacy lives on in the Narrow Sea Trail, which honours their culture and their connection to the islands.
Oh, look, Dean.
Here we are.
Fresh beach. First footsteps, hey? And all to ourselves.
So that's Pentecost Island over there. I also call it the Monkey Head Island, because if you look at the side of it, you can see its brow and its eyes, and then its mouth. And it's also...
Oh, yeah, laying down.
Yeah. It's also been referred to as Homer Simpson Island for the same reason. Looks like Homer's head.
There's no duck beer beside it though. The great thing about the Narrow Sea Trail is not only do you get to explore the natural wonders on land, but you get to jump in and delve through that water as well. So for that, you'll need a snorkel. Well, lucky for us, comes with the boat.
And all we had to do to find this stunning piece of reef was to nudge the boat just a tad from Whitehaven to Chalkies. It's one of the premier snorkelling sites around Whitehaven, and it's easy to see why.
That was fantastic. A lovely little community of tropical fish down there, some damsels, some sergeant majors.
Let's catch one now.
Beautiful chalkies. That's a great idea. Fishing. There are some areas around Whitsunday Island that are green zone, no take, but by and large, most of the water surrounding the island is a conservation park zone. That allows for some limited extraction of fish, but there are regulations. So if you're keen to wet a line, you're more than welcome to do so. And believe me, that makes me very happy.
That's a fish. Oh, that's a beautiful fish. Dean, what do you think?
That's a grassy
He's
sweet
a
leg.
little bit little. Oh, look, it's a little colourful one.
So an absolutely fantastic day on the water, the stuff that dreams are made of. Went for a walk this morning with Kimberly, then we went for a snorkel, of course, and now a little bit of fishing. And ironically, this morning on the track, she told me that she's not competitive. Well, she caught 2 fish this afternoon, and I caught none, and she's got a grin from ear to ear. You know, it's true what the skipper says. I reckon by day 2, you definitely do unwind.
Day's ended, guys.
Oh,
There we
no,
go.
great.
Yeah, try that.
Fantastic. What about that sunset? Look, magnificent.
Superb.
Did you turn this one on for us?
Absolutely. Magic button.
Well, we've saved the most spectacular walk for the end, the ascent of Whitsunday Peak. So join us after the break. That's the reason we've been climbing for an hour.
We did it. That's amazing, eh?
Travelling the Whitsundays sure can be a breeze. But for the extra adventurers, there is the option to swap wind power for paddle power, thanks to the guys from Salty Dog Sea Kayaking. Oh, here we are.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Well, we're good. We're having a great time, how are you? I'm Dean.
Dean, Neil, pleased to meet you. Salty Dog Sea Kayaking.
Salty Dog Sea Kayaking offer half-day, full-day and 6-day guided tours of the Whitsundays.
You put the blade in the water, pull it back towards your hip.
And for those who want to explore the Narrow Sea Trail at their own pace, Salty Dog hires out kayaks and camping gear.
You know what he said? He said, I'm chief steerer and balancer. And I'm a bit concerned about that, so...
I've got my wet gear on. Our paddling journey today starts at Narrees Beach in Sid Harbour and ends a K or 2 away at Sawmill Beach.
And for those kayaking the Narrow Sea Trail, you could expect to paddle up to 20 kilometres a day. And once you've chosen your campsite for the night, the folks at Salty Dog also offer food drops, so you won't go hungry. And paddlers can choose to start their Narrow Sea Trail adventure directly from Salty Dog's base at Shute Harbour. Or there's the option to be water taxied with your kayaks to any remote spot of your choosing.
It's opened up the Whitsundays to a whole bunch of people that I guess previously felt that they couldn't afford it or it wasn't for them.
Well, you're right. And look, if you hire a kayak for a period of time, it probably works out at $40 a day per person. Campsites, $5 a day per person. So it really is an affordable opportunity. All right, guys, we've just landed at Sawmill Beach, named appropriately enough because there used to be a sawmill here.
Fantastic.
All right, Dean. Beautiful. Well done.
What a wonderful, wonderful
Kimberly
experience.
didn't do too bad either.
That was great.
Sawmill Beach is also the start of our final walk along the Naro Sea Trail, the 5-kilometre return hike to the summit of Whitsunday Peak.
This is steep enough.
Yeah, are we there yet?
Ready for the walk? Ready for the walk. Let's go. And after a quick change of clothes, we meet up with local ranger Jay Molosky.
So tell us about this particular climb.
Well, Whitsunday Peak is the highest elevation in the Whitsundays. We're going to go up to about 437 metres.
Is this the hardest walk on the Naro Sea Trail?
Yeah, Dean, it is. It's the most challenging walk. It is graded difficult. It walks as easy as Hill Inlet, which is only about 600 metres, right up to this grade. So you really can choose your own adventure.
Jay tells me that it took a team of rangers 2 years to complete all the tracks along the Naro Sea Trail. She also says there are 1,400 stone steps across all the tracks, and that the majority of them are on this one. Lucky for us.
Word of warning, even though it's only 2.5 kilometres to the top, it's very steep. So allow for at least 3 hours to complete the return journey.
That's the reason we've been climbing for an hour.
We did it. That's amazing, eh? So what's that, 437 metres? 437 metres we've climbed.
But that's where we started. It doesn't look that far, does it?
Look at our boat, it's like this big. But wow, what a view, hey? We are literally in the clouds.
What a great concept, because there's hikes around, but there's none essentially, you know, linking the islands like the Naro Sea Trail. How did it all come about?
It's a pretty amazing concept. It's been coming for a long time. It took 2 years to build. We've had such fantastic feedback that there's no other place that you can experience quite like the Naro Sea Trail. So it's built to really give you an idea of the nature, the culture, the history of the Whitsunday Islands.
Well, I couldn't have said it any better. The Naro Sea Trail, a stunning experience and one that I can't recommend enough. To start planning your own adventure and for more information on everything you've seen on today's show, head to the Tourism Whitsundays website.
Look at that, Dean Miller. What a way to finish off our Whitsundays week following the Naro Sea Trail.
Yeah, terrific. 1,400 steps to get up here. Felt every single one of them.
Did.
But absolutely worth it for a spectacular view like that of the Whitsundays from atop Whitsunday Peak. And that's all we've got time for on the show today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a fantastic week, and we'll see you next Saturday for more Queensland Weekender. Bye for now. We get down now.
Oh, yeah, right.
Our show is produced in partnership with Tourism Queensland, RACQ and Queensland Rail Travel. Our vehicles are supplied and serviced by the Motorama Group. Next week, I visit the beautiful and